Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 7 on the famous Matches of Magic channel. Today's episode is simply titled The Mistake. This matchup is between Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa and Yam Wing Chun. This matchup is at Pro Tour Hour of Devastation and features a mistake that will go down in history.
Can't attack! You can't attack! He has only 2 cards in hand!
He can't
Is he in his
attack.
combat step? What's going on? He can't attack! Is he that cost him the game!
Oh,
that cost him the game!
That could cost Yam Wing Chun the game. He's
Oh
not
my God!
allowed to attack with Hazoret, and if he's already moved into his combat step, it'll be too late for him to deploy one of the 2 sorceries in his hand, and a huge head shake for him.
What?
Now this video isn't to mock or make fun of or make Yam Wing Chun relive one of his mistakes, but this is just to be a historical record of what happened. This happens all the time in the professional sports world. Take for example
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets Joe Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
That was Hall of Famer Bill Buckner missing an easy ground ball to first base, costing the Boston Red Sox Game 6 of the World Series. It is things like this that make us love baseball, not hate Bill Buckner. This makes me want to root for Yam Wing Chun more, not less in the future. But now let's take a look at the matchup and break it down, and let's see how well Yam Wing Chun actually played throughout the matchup other than this one crucial mistake in game number 5. They are basically playing identical decks, mono red burn decks in a best of 5 matchup. So let's head down to the match. So the ETH start with their Falconwrath Gorgers, which are just 2/1 vanillas, but Paulo has a Bomat Courier, which is going to be able to get him some extra cards if he cannot quickly kill it. It looks like Wing Chun just has 3 mountains in his hand, which is going to be a problem. He has a Courier of his own and a Soul Scar Mage, but 3 mountains in his hand, which is going to be a problem. Now an Earthshaker Kendra is going to stop Yam Wing Chun from blocking, and this game is getting out of hand. It looks like game number 1 is quickly going to Paulo Damo da Rosa, as there are 3 cards under that Bomat Courier. So game number 1 will be going to Paulo very shortly here. Let's see how game number 2 goes. Soul Scar Mage is attempting to get shocked, but the shock back from Yam Wing Chun activates the prowess, which keeps it alive. So they are going to race here. A burn spell kills the creature from Paulo. Now Paulo just has 3 lands and passes back. So Hazoret is extremely important in this matchup. That's really what this matchup comes to. And it looks like Paulo has a Chandra here, and he is going to just take down that Soul Scar Mage. Bomat Courier is going to kill that Chandra from Paulo and get a card underneath the Bomat Courier. Really, all this match comes down to is a Hazoret, and here comes the first Hazoret of the match. So Hazoret says you have to have 1 or fewer cards in hand to block. Paulo currently has 2 cards in hand, so he will be able to get it active on the next turn. So Wing Chun just has a shock and a Falconwrath Gorger in hand, and Paulo now is going to get an Earthshaker Kendra in hand, and he is discarding a mountain to the Hazoret, and bam, he is just getting in for what looks like 8 damage, and quickly Yam Wing Chun is going down 0 games to 2 games. So Paulo is 1 game away from advancing to the finals. Yam Wing Chun starts with a Falconwrath Gorger once again. Nothing from Paulo. Yam Wing Chun gets aggressive with a shock, and he gets in there with an Anya Crasher, which gets abraded. Peel Nalar really makes the 1 toughness creatures look pathetic, but a collective defiance clears the creature out of the way and does damage to Paulo, so that's a very powerful card. But another Hazoret comes down, but Paulo's hand is still pretty full, so it's a little while away from before it's able to attack. But Yam Wing Chun is getting aggressive, burning to the face. He is just going all in. He really needs to top deck to be able to kill Paulo. He goes to the face again, and he has to top deck to kill Paulo. He has to draw a burn spell here, and then he can sacrifice his desert to kill Paulo. So let's see, what does he draw? He draws a spell that allows him to steal one of Paulo's creatures. So now he has to steal Paulo's creatures with a Carry Zev's expertise. And if he can, now if Paulo can not kill Yam Wing Chun on the next turn, he will be able to advance to the next game. So let's see if Paulo, what does Paulo draw? Does Paulo draw a burn spell? If he does not, then we will be on to the next game. That was a nice top deck from Yam Wing Chun, and Paulo does not. So we are on to game number 4. Yam Wing Chun did what he had to do. He had to go all in, and that's what he did. So Paulo does not have a 1-drop, but once again, Yam Wing Chun has a turn 1 Falconwrath Gorger, which meets a shock. Paulo has a Karl Zev Skyship Raider, an Earthshaker Kendra from Yam Wing Chun. We are off to the races again. And a Braid kills Wing Chun's creature. Wing Chun kills off Paulo's creature. Paulo is missing land drops, but Paulo's hand is stocked full of burn spells. He braids the on-crop Crasher. A Soulscar Mage comes down, but it meets another shock. So Paulo is missing land drops. It's full of spells, but if Yam Wing Chun can find a Hazoret, Paulo is going to be in serious trouble. Now Yam Wing Chun is able to flash back the Earthshaker Kendra, which is a 4/4 black creature. That is not looking good for Paulo. Paulo really needs lands, which he does hit a land, which allows him to play a Pia Nalar, but that is probably going to be too late. He collective defiances that, but we are on to game number 5. Yam Wing Chun has a Falconwrath Gorger once more. Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa has a turn 2 Earthshaker Kendra. Yam Wing Chun also has an Earthshaker Kendra of his own. They are just trading blows, playing fast, back to back. PNLR is the sideboard tech that Paulo has that Yam Wing Chun does not, and it looks amazing. Another on-crop Crasher from Yam Wing Chun. which meets in a braid from Paulo. Paulo gets in with everything, and Yam Wing Chun is just trying to trade off everything because he does have the Hazoret. He has not had a Hazoret in play this entire matchup, but he is trading off resources to get in that Hazoret to finish off Paulo. He incendiary flows and then plans on trading off his Beaumont courier, but he is getting a low life total down to 8. Now he plays the Hazoret and gets in. We are off to the races. Now Paulo is getting worried. He has a courier of his own. Now he has to decide, is he gonna attack or is he gonna block? Now he gets in with everything. He thinks he can race the Hazoret. Now here is where the big mistake happens.
Is it a flow?
See what he's got.
It's a flow.
It is an incendiary flow. He
Oh my
hit
God!
it. Yam Wing Chun just
It's an
topped
incendiary flow off the
win
top.
here, and look at this.
No,
He's
you
just
can't attack. You can't attack. He has only 2 cards in hand.
He can't
Is he in his
attack.
combat step? What's going on? He can't attack. Is he? That cost him the
no.
game.
Oh,
that cost him the
no.
game.
That could cost Yam Wing Chun the game. He's
Oh
not
my God.
allowed to attack with Hazoret, and if he's already moved into his combat step, it'll be too late for him to deploy one of the 2 sorceries in his.
And that is how we got to this moment. Yam Wing Chun had 6 points of burn in his hand. All he had to do was burn Paulo for 6 and then attack with Hazoret for lethal. But he forgot to cast the burn spells, and that's how we ended up here.
Activate his Ramen.
Here we go. Yam Wing Chun
Okay,
down to 2.
down to 2.
So many outs. Is it a
Paulo
mountain?
Find it.
It's a Chandra.
Chandra. He can activate it, and that's 2 damage to Yam Wing Chun. Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa
Oh,
wins the
no.
match 3 games to 2 in a match that will certainly go down as one of the most dramatic finishes we've had in the semifinals. Yam Wing Chun with a critical mistake here in Game 5, and Paulo Vitor Damo da Rosa says, I'll take it. This is a tough, tough loss for Yam. We've all been there. We've all made huge mistakes playing the game. This one, though, just happened to Yam at the worst possible time.
Shortly after the Pro Tour, Channel Fireball came out with a tournament report and a video breaking down the match, and when it came to the part where Yam made that huge play mistake, Channel Fireball was seen as making fun of or mocking Yam for making that mistake and throwing the match. They were forced to take down the video and there was huge community backlash. However, I don't think Channel Fireball did anything wrong whatsoever. I think these mistakes and these events just grow the lore of Magic and make it even better. If you like this content, please make sure to subscribe to the channel for the next video. I would like to thank you for watching and have a good day.
I can't believe it! You could have killed me!